Greetings. This video is not about how to light a fire. It's how to keep how to light it one time in your lifetime and keep the fire going like all your life. Of course, under control. A lot of people on the net talk about primitive ways of lighting fires, and that's good. And in an emergency, to have a lighter with you and matches and those things that light fires, whatever. Sure, learn to use them, but it's good to learn to use them. But you don't actually have to light a fire in the wilderness, for example, or in an emergency every day. One time, we kept the fire going in his cot for 15 years. Of course, it was under control, so it doesn't spread the fire and all this. You've got to have it under control. Okay. It only went out, I think, 2 or 3 times during the 15 years. It sometimes goes out, so you've got to have. General is you've got to have at least one lighter for a lifetime with you to light the fire. Put it in a secure box where water doesn't go into it. Like somewhere secure. Work it out. If you want to, you can get a whole box and put all lighters in there. Yeah? Use the lighter once or twice or 3 times in a lifetime or something like that. And you can use the rest of the lighters for your cigarettes. If you're a smoker, not if you're not. Okay? Don't smoke if you're not a smoker, right? Now, so how do you do this? Simply, the first time you got to light it the usual way, either primitive or with a match or with a lighter, whatever. This fire has to be maintained. You may be in a team and someone's responsibility is to maintain the fire, preferred, not necessarily but preferred, but it has to be put under control. You've got to put the fire in a place where it's not going to spread, which this will be taught in another lesson. You can look in the internet and they'll show you how to light fires safely. But once it's lit safely and secure that it doesn't spread, what you do is you got to be cooking 2, 3, 4 times a day, right? So as you're cooking, you got your wood prepared. You've got to have your wood prepared there always. You have to do wood chopping always. It's got to be there always, near the fire, but not near enough where it can catch. The fire can catch it. Okay. It's got to be prepared properly, the way you actually start the fire. Okay. So you will have little twigs and little bushes and thicker and thinner, and more thicker and more thicker pieces of wood until you get the real thick ones. Okay. You've got to have them all set up. Every day it's a duty to do that, so your fire doesn't go out, because you need the fuel. Okay. So what you do is you light it one time, and you keep doing the normal thing. Cooking, whatever, heating up if it's cold weather. Cooking, whatever you're doing. You may leave it for a while and go hunting and come back. You've got to come back at the right time so the fire doesn't go out. So you put more wood and more wood and more wood. Once it happens to about a day, what happens is that your wood will turn into coal. Black coal. That's what happens to wood when it's burnt. Okay, so you keep it going until you go to bed. The best time is between 11 p.m. to go to sleep, because you'll be up and at 'em and you'll be doing a lot of things. All right, and get up about 7, 8 in the morning. Okay, so you keep the fire going all day by feeding wood and all that to it and all that. And once it collects a lot of coal, what you do is you'll have ashes as well. So what you do at night time when you sleep is you bury the coal underneath the ash. This will keep the fire not lit, but the spark going in the coals very little all night to all the coals. Okay, it'll be still lit with the ashes on top of it underneath, but it won't spread because the ashes will stop it from spreading. Okay, so at morning you just get rid of the ashes and light the fire primitive way. Like for example, not all the way. You just get the coal. It's already got the coal in it, so you don't have to use the primitive ways to get the coal. Okay, so it's got the coal, and you just get the bush, put the coal in there, blow it, and the fire will lit. You got to know how to blow it though. Put it into your fire. Of course, the fire has to be prepared before you actually blow it and light the fire. Once it's prepared, again, on top of the fireplace, you light the fire and put it in there, get yourself a fire. Again. That's all there is to it. Like I said, we had a fire 15 years. Okay, and it only went out 3 times or 2 times in 15 years. So it may go out, but he just lives again if he goes out. Okay, but if done properly, you have it for life. It may go out 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, but in 50 years, how long do you need as a lighter? Okay, so a lighter that's well hidden in a preserved place where water's not going to get into it, where it's not going to be damaged. Like I said, get up yourself a whole box of lighters and you're secure. Just put them in the same place. Okay. So another thing is learning to start a fire primitive in bushcraft. That's a good thing to do. That's a very good thing to do. Very good thing to do. I learned to do that also, and with iron stuff, whatever, a knife or whatever it is, flint or whatever. Primitive ways, the matches and lighters are easily used. So anyway, thank you for listening.